the dude in the dreads was ducking. Why would he be ducking? That's a terrible, terrible job for a security guard to do. You got one job. He didn't even have a vest.
So look, it's 3 people confirmed working for Makedas that day. Raven says it herself right there. She says the only person in the front was a young lady at the register. We already told y'all he pushed the lady away. So it's really not disputing what we said. It's going along with it. And that's why she's digging a hole deeper for herself. She should have never came on this live. If it's an ongoing case, I would never tell somebody to go on an interview. That's messing up the other people that we would try to protect. But why would they let her go on there? Because they know that they need her to get on that platform to find that narrative. Because now everybody's going to be talking about their interview. So why do you have to believe everything that she says? There's no reason for you to believe everything she says is to be true. She was never even there. That's why all these confusion coming in.
But if she wasn't there, how can you tell anything about any descriptions or details on what went on
an ongoing case?
On an ongoing case, if you wasn't there.
Exactly. So it would ruin whatever their team has going for their case, for her to come on some random live on a dude who gets, minimum amount of views. If they really needed this news to get out and clear their name, they would have went on something a little bit bigger. You know what I'm saying? So there's other platforms, there's other people that will actually get the message out for you. But now let's get into the store. Who came in? They're trying to say there's 2 workers in there. One said the guy with the dreads was outside in the car. Another person is saying that he was in the store. So which one of the workers was in the front that's actually saying that? Because that's the one we actually could believe. Okay, Raven said it's 2 ways that they could call the boys to come to that store. It's a button for emergencies, or they have to call themselves. Why didn't they hit the button for emergencies? It's an emergency, ain't it? Another thing, if they got cameras everywhere, why is it a confusion on who came in the store with the man? If it's cameras everywhere, that you should have it on the door. You should have it, people coming in the store, you should see people going in from outside. So if they handed the clips to the boys, these clips didn't have the door on footage. That's why there's confusion, and that's why they're trying to paint the narrative. Raven slipped up. She said that's where the confusion comes in. Why is it confusing, and why did they say that Mr. Hill was watching the video over and over again with MPD? Is because they was trying to figure out if the guy that ran out to busted the white Benz actually came in the store, or was he there the whole time?
But he
picked him up after he left the gas station, but then some people say that he already was with him. So which one is it?
Well, the side of the store is saying he was already in the store. Apparently, that's what the cashier said. So, if he was not in Dolph's car at the gas station at Marathon, then he must have been already, because how would he end up there at the time if he wasn't already in there?
Yeah.
And nobody walked through the front door after Dolph came in. So, what about the back? What about the door that Raven said leads to the hallway that eventually in the back of the kitchen that you can exit out of? Where the video shows the young gentlemen making their way in at the middle of the night from that same door. So that's interesting. If he wasn't in Dolph's car, then he had to be in that store way, way, way before. Already there, because why? He knew what was going on.
When he slammed that door.
When he slammed that door shut, that's when everything took off. And there's a reason why.
You gotta understand, dude was ducked down, dude, the dreads. He came from behind the counter with the Drake. He wasn't standing with Dolph. What is he standing with Dolph for? And he's supposed to be working.
Exactly. If he wasn't,
so he's standing with Dolph with a Drake
for no reason, and he didn't pull up with him. Why would Dolph let somebody stand next to him with a Drake and he didn't even know the guy and he didn't pull up with him? So that means he was behind somewhere, ducked down.
Who you think Dolph gonna be scared of,
exactly.
or make a move on? The person who inside the store with him with the Drake, who's standing right there with him, while the other two dudes coming up with the Drake, or which one is it? The two dudes coming up, or the dude standing with you?
Right. And listen, he wasn't standing with him. He was ducked down behind the counter. That's why the young lady didn't hit the emergency button. He told her, you just need to run, and he pushed her. That's why she didn't hit the emergency button. First of all, why does a cookie shop have an emergency button? The only place with an emergency button is where you go pick up the money at.
Exactly.
There ain't no emergency button at the pizza shop.
You know?
There ain't no emergency button nowhere else. Ain't no emergency thing at the laundromat, is there? So why do they need a button for that? And they didn't even use the button. So that's negligence. When something went down, they didn't use the emergency button. That's like a fire happening and you not using the fire extinguisher. If the young lady was at the register and she didn't even want to press the emergency button because she was too afraid and running, Raven said herself she saw the men coming to the store with what they had in their hands. But she did not hear the Drake. She didn't hear the Drake. Raven said herself she didn't hear the Drake. And we were already telling you those Drakes, they were just shaking it in their hand. And she just confirmed that she didn't hear the Drake. It does not go against what we said. It goes with what we said. She's exposing herself. We told you she's digging a deeper hole. She shouldn't. Everything she says. But dude went in, the one dude that everybody be hating on, right? He went in on Shorty and he was like, he took over because he was actually a little bit more in charge than Buddy, who actually put the show on. And that's why they let him go for like 4-5 minutes on Shorty. And he was grilling her and tell me why she was getting more of an attitude, because she knew she was getting broken down by bro. That's why they really should have had some people that's more like that running the whole live, instead of giving somebody who's the easiest to sway and pull on your side. That's what she said herself. That's why she chose him, was because he was going to be level about it, and whatever she said, he wasn't going to come at her like sideways.
He wasn't going to basically go against her word. Basically, he wasn't going to go against. He wasn't going to side with no side. You feel me? And I feel him on that, but at the same time, I know so many people from Memphis, man, they already said that they walked in the store on her, man, downtown, man. They walked down in the store on her downtown, and she working in there selling, I ain't gonna say the name of, but she's selling R.I.P. Dolph.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Dolph. She's selling that R.I.P. Dolph. You feel me? Like, real life, man. They got that going on. It's cool.
Yep. And they came. She was smiling, acting like nothing was going on and everything. And she was even asking the dude, "Oh, you want a cookie? Oh, okay." And the way they wrote the sign on it too is using his catchphrase. Like, they not only taking his name and getting off that, but they also taking his lyrics, his words, his catchphrases, and they trying to run off a bag on that too.